All right, so here is our English language arts and science mini lesson to tell you what we learned just in case while we were doing these activities, your internet went out or your student couldn't log into the Zoom meeting for whatever reason. So we started off by doing a grammar lesson and we reviewed about sentence fragments and complete sentences. And then we talked about how sentences can either be imperative, so that's a command where you're telling someone to do something and the punctuation ends in a period. And they could also be declarative. A declarative sentence is a statement, it's stating a fact. Like here, I wore my coat outside. It also ends in a period. Interrogative sentences, also known as asking sentences or question sentences. Of course, they end in a question mark. And exclamatory sentences. So they show strong feeling or emotion and they have an exclamation point at the end. And for their grammar lesson, after we talked about those kinds of sentences, we talked about the punctuation and how they should be used. The lesson is slide number 2 in Grammar Unit 1, Week 1. Each day we're doing one slide. So today's Tuesday, we're doing slide number 2 only. We're just going to do one a day. So they answered a couple of questions along with me. We had to underline using the tools. I told them they could use the scribble tool to kind of use a mouse and underline the complete sentence. Then they had to identify what kind of sentence it was. Command, a statement, a question, or an exclamation. And that's the vocabulary that the book was using, so that's the vocabulary I told them they could use. They had to insert a text box to do that. So clicking the capital T and then clicking and dragging, then typing their answer on the link provided. Most students finished this already to get with their breakout group. But just in case you got kicked out of the Zoom meeting or something, they might need to get caught up on that grammar slide number 2. Then we took out our Your Turn practice book again. We did a quick review of the same vocabulary words as yesterday. And then we read a story, a fable rather, called Coyote's Song. It's on page 3 and 4 in their Your Turn practice book. We answered questions 1 and 2 together, and then they had to give the sequence of events on number 3 and tell what happened in the beginning of the story, the middle, and then the end. Our big overall comprehension skill for this week and next week is going to be sequencing. So making sure that the kids can summarize the story in the order that it happened. That's the main goal. All right, so we did that. And, the other assignment I have for them on their agenda for reading is simply to read The Dragon Problem. This is in their Reading Writing Workshop book. It's on page 22 to 25. It's the hardbound small reading book. The page right after their vocabulary. And you'll notice that the vocabulary words are in this story. So this helps them with reading comprehension. It helps them prepare for their vocabulary quiz. And we're going to be using this to work on sequencing tomorrow. So they're reading that. It shouldn't take too long. It's just 4 pages. And then I did assign in Google Classroom a mini science lesson. It's a mystery science lesson. So there's a short video, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and then there are 2 questions that your students will have to answer. They'll have to click the button that says Add or Create, they're going to want to create a Google Doc. That's the blue one. Then after they put their correct heading, they have to answer the 2 questions. And I believe it just is talking about why Mars is red. And the second one is more of a personal question about maybe other things that they could be curious about, because good scientists are always curious. All right, everybody, hope that helps. I hope Comcast and Xfinity get it together so that we don't have to continually have Zoom drop-off calls. But these mini lessons are really quick and easy for me to make, and I don't mind doing it. So, hope that helps. See you all tomorrow. It's Wacky Wednesday tomorrow. Okay, bye.